I think we're improved so much. The communication's been good, paying attention to details has been good, everybody on the same page has been good. So, we just want to keep building off of that and keep it rolling to the national championship.
Next, we'll hear from Nick Kelly. Nick?
Hey, Will, just want to ask you, last time, obviously, you guys had a lot of defensive success, but one of the guys for Georgia who provides some problems is Brock Bowers, their tight end. What do you guys need to do this time around to make sure he doesn't have as much of an effect?
We haven't really talked yet, but as far as what we experienced last game from him and, coming to this game, he's a tremendous athlete. He can make plays really long, very athletic. So I think the key is just, paying attention to his playing style and making sure that we do a great job of covering him and making sure he doesn't get too loose. And, the game plan that we put in, we just play our game and just make it as effective as it can be.
Next up will be Chip Towers. Chip?
Yeah, Will, obviously you guys had a lot of success against Georgia last time. How do you think that affects this game? I mean, do you expect to see them do totally different things, or do you expect them to try to improve on things that they didn't do well? And what about you guys? I mean, do you approach it exactly the same second time around?
That was last game. We have to focus on this game. It's going to be a whole totally new game, new area, new setting, everything. So, we're going to see something different that we probably haven't seen before. We have to be prepared for it. We're going to approach this game like we always approach every game, same mindset, same intensity, same energy. We're not going to try to do anything other than what we already do. We're just going to go out there and play Alabama football.
Next will be Toppmeyer. Blake?
Yeah, well, I was wondering, how has your team been able to win in such a variety of ways this year? Some weeks you guys are winning high-scoring games with pass game. Other weeks you guys are winning, low-scoring defensive games. Why do you think you guys are able to win in such a variety of ways?
I just think it just depends on the game and how the game is going at the time. I think it's our mental energy, I would say. Because, we're always there physically, we're always there giving energy, but I think it's a mentality that we have. I think sometimes it's mentally for us. We know what type of game and situations we get in, and as the game go on, we know how we have to play the game and how we have to finish the game. So I think it's all about our mental energy and our mental standpoint and how we play. I didn't think that's kind of how I answered that question.
Thank you. Charlie Potter, you're up next. Charlie?
Yeah, hey, Will. We saw Kyrie Jackson quite a bit in this last game. Just how do you think that he played, and how have you kind of seen him progress over the course of the season?
Since Kyrie's got here, he's been very hardworking. He's took it day by day. I'm so proud of Kyrie for stepping up in a big game as he did. He did a tremendous job. He did an excellent job. I'm proud of him. He's such a great teammate to have on our team. He's really been able to help our defense achieve and be where we need to be. And he's just going to keep building off of that. He's just going to keep getting better every day. And we appreciate him.
Next will be Mark Schlabach. Mark?
Will, when somebody says it's hard to beat a team twice, what does that mean to you?
We don't really listen to all that stuff. We can't pay attention to that stuff. We know the challenge ahead of us. Georgia has a very good football team. They have very good players, very good coaches. So we just have to be prepared for anything. And, no matter the outcome of the game, we just have to play. No matter where it's at, we just have to play.
All right. Jay Graves. Jay?
Can you hear me, Will?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. As a team leader, what will you do, and what have you been able to figure out to do with your teammates being so young and beating Georgia just a month ago? I mean, really beating them convincingly. What are you able to do to keep them focused and not be so overconfident coming into this ball game?
I really don't have to do anything. We the type of team we have, we've never been that type of team to be cocky or anything like that. Or, oh, we beat them, we're going to do this again. We're very humble. We know the challenges we have. We know everything that they expect from Georgia. We never want to go into a game with a big head. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's been level-headed. We've been good. Everybody's been humble. Everybody's just going to come to practice, ready to practice hard, play hard, pay attention to details, get everybody focused, and get ready for this game. So there's no big head, none of that. We are humble. We're ready to play the game and ready for the challenge. So I think that's where we're at.
Next will be Ralph Russo. Ralph?
Good afternoon, Will. I'm wondering, when you're being recruited by Alabama, obviously, if you're being recruited with a lot of other good players, you're going to win. And I know that's appealing. But how much does the idea of surrounding yourself with lots of other good players, even though it might make it a little tougher to play early, how much of that do you weigh in as just like being surrounded by other good players will make me better no matter what the results are here?
For me, I think that's why one of the biggest things of why I came to Alabama, just coming from high school to here, was I wanted to surround myself by people that had the same mindset as me, same competitive nature as me, same standard expectations for me, no matter the outcome of where I was playing or not. I know I was going to be surrounded by great men, great coaches, great people in the facility. And, I think it helps a lot. No matter if you're playing or not, you get a chance to see how people compete. If you come here and you don't know how to compete, you get to see how to compete so it can help you. You get to see how to overcome adversity, because there's been so much adversity at Alabama for people that came adversity here. You get to see so much here, and it really helps you a lot in life. And I think a lot of recruits don't understand that, being in college football, you're going to have some type of adversity. And I mean, when you come to Alabama, you're going to see all types of adversity, and it really helps you with the real life. So I think that's one of the biggest challenges that I took by coming here, being able to compete, go against the best every day, and it's helped me so far.
Next up will be AP Steadham. AP.
Hey, Will, good morning. Will, you were reaching record level sacks with Alabama, 17.5. You're right behind Derek Thomas's junior. You're at 18. Have you ever heard anybody speak about Derek? Have you watched his film, or is there someone else that you like to watch, or players that you like to watch to develop your skills?
I didn't grow up really an Alabama football fan, so I can't really say anything that I knew of Derek Thomas. I mean, I really didn't grow up watching football like that at all. So I really don't know too much about him, but just to be mentioned with his name and all the success he's had here, and just to be even talked about with his name is really a blessing. But, I really can't dwell on that type of things because we have so much here to do. We have to get a natty, we have to play, practice, everything. So that's kind of where my focus has been at. I'm very appreciative of it. A couple of players I do watch though are Aaron Donald. I really love watching Aaron Donald, the way he uses his hands. He's very violent, very athletic, can get through blocks, can shed blocks really well. So I really like watching his game, even though he's more an interior guy. The way he moves his hands, the way he works his hands, I really try to copy that with my game.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Heather Dinich. Heather.
How much have you been able to see Stetson Bennett in his semifinal on film? And what's your scouting report on how much improvement or the biggest differences that you see in him from when you guys last faced Georgia?
To me, he's the leader on that offense. He helps them in tremendous ways. He gets them set up. He gets them lined up right. He really takes over there on the offensive side. His ability to move out the pocket, I think that's one of his biggest and strongest abilities he have. He can extend plays with his arms as well, but we just have to contain him. I think that's the biggest part of his game is just his legs and him running all around the field. So we just have to contain him in the pocket and make sure he's not running all over the field on us and stuff like that. So.
All right. Next is John Zenor. John.
Good morning, Will. I don't know if this started with the Georgia game or maybe some point before that, but has this defense been playing kind of ticked off or a little extra motivated, maybe feeling you weren't getting enough credit, maybe feeling you were getting overlooked or slighted in any way?
Most definitely. But I think it all comes back to what I was saying earlier in the past few weeks, stuff like that. All the pieces are starting to kind of fall together. Everybody is starting to play to the standard, play the Alabama standard. Everybody's always focused in on what we have to do. I think everybody on defense knows what we have to do. The intensity At practice, it's been really well. The energy's been good. Meetings have been excellent. I think when all the pieces are starting to fall together, I think that's why the defense has been playing the way it is. And, we talk all the time, we're saying we got one more game to put everything together, get all these pieces lined up, get the puzzle lined up right. And I think that's what we've been doing. All right.
Next will be Ryan Hennessy. Ryan?
Hey, Will, when you walked up and you kind of turned around and saw that logo, I could tell it means a little bit more to you. You were 4th and 7 in the Iron Bowl with your season on the line and you stepping up as a leader. How much does it mean to have that logo behind you at the national championship and wear that sweater with the national championship logo on it?
It means everything. It's such a blessing just for it to be my 2nd year and already going back to another natty. I mean, that's what you dream of when you're a little kid. And just to be in this moment and be in this space with everything that's going on, I'm so blessed. I'm so happy. And I can't wait for the opportunity to come. And it's really humbling and it's a very great experience. So it means a lot.
Dennis Dodd. Dennis?
Yeah, congratulations, Will. There's a lot of fans, your fans, and neutral observers that thought you should have gotten that invite to New York for the Heisman. I wonder if there was any motivation there or if you thought about it. And speaking about, you touched on it, some of the greats of the past at Alabama. Do any of those recent guys talk to you, some of those great linebackers, maybe in the NFL right now?
To me, the biggest thing, I had a conversation with my high school coach, and he was telling me that your body is your engine, and I'm a car. And the only thing you need to get going is that engine. And anything else that comes with it, any accolades, anything else, that's just to make you look nice. So as long as your engine is going in your car, you're fine. So for instance, me getting that Nagurski trophy, that was just a pair of rims on my car. It's not, so I think that's how you approach it. As long as your engine is there, you keep going on. Anything else, that's just to make you look nice. So when he broke that down to me and he explained that to me, I think that was one of the best things he could ever do. And it really opened my eyes a lot to me. And I was like, man, you're right. As long as I got my engine, that's all I need for my car to keep going. Anything else that comes along with it, that just makes it look nice. Like any accolades that come, that just make it look nice. But as long as you got the engine and the bigger piece of the bigger picture that, we wanted to reach the 3 goals that we said when you wanted to come to college, as long as you got those things, that's all we wanted. But anything else, yeah, it looks nice. And yeah, it's grateful. And yeah, we're blessed to have it. But as long as you got that engine, you're going to be all right. You're going to keep moving. So when he expressed that to me, man, it opened my eyes so much more, and I'm so blessed to have him. So it was good. So that was my bigger thing going into this game. I really couldn't focus on it. I had to help my teammates out, and we had to get down to business and make sure that we was good. So I couldn't worry about anything else, no Heisman, anything like that. None of that stuff really motivates me to, play any more than I already do. I have my own self-motivation, only stuff that I have to motivate me to help me play, and I think that's what helps me.
Thank you. Next up is Chris Lowe. Chris?
Hey, Will, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Hey, I guess when you start looking at a team's success, sometimes flying under the radar a lot of times can be the trainer on that staff. I wonder what Jeff Allen's impact has been on you guys and the way you guys have been able to trust him through what I know has been a tough run with COVID and everything else.
Yes, Jeff Allen and the training staff, they do an awesome job with injuries, anything that goes on with us. They do a tremendous job helping us get right. It's never any pressure or anything like that. They want to make sure you're good enough to go out there. They want to make sure you're healthy, everything. So, my hat's off to Jeff Allen and his staff. We appreciate them. I'm so blessed to have met them and have them in my life. And I'm pretty sure everybody else in the facility can say the same thing. All the players, coaches, everybody can say the same thing because that's one heck of a staff and they do a great job.
Our final question for Will is from Stephen Smith. Stephen?
First off, Will, Happy New Year to you. When you look at Coach Golding, what has impressed you the most about him in terms of his growth in the 2nd year of you with Coach Pete?
Happy New Year's to you. And I'm sorry, it broke up a little bit. I couldn't hear you, like the exact question.
I was saying the exact question was, Coach Pete Golding, it's your 2nd year with him. How have you seen him grow as a defensive coordinator?
Uh, I don't really know too much about coaching, so I can't really say the growth of his coaching ability. But what I can say is that he has done a tremendous job of getting us in the right plays and helping us be able to make plays and helping the defense limit people from scoring and helping us get lined up right and stuff like that. But as far as coaching, I'm not really a coach, so I can't say anything on his growth. But as far as his coaching ability, I respect it, and I love him coaching us, and he does a great job.